Well, good evening. Welcome into WCU Esports. Tonight we have Hardrocker Varsity versus WCU Black. My name's Sparky.
My name is Estefan.
And yeah, welcome in. So this is Estefan, as he just said, the current sub for WCU Black. So what's it been like playing with them, especially being the new guy on the block with three people who played a full year together?
Well, playing hockey with Adam and Coffee, we already have a bit of that chemistry. I know Adam for a long time, but it's pretty nice playing with people I already know and somebody as good as Noe. Yeah.
Yeah, so tonight, just after having done some scoping myself, it looks like these two teams are evenly matched. Should be about a GC2, GC1, GC1 on both sides for this matchup. And moreover, well, we have really yet to see how WCU Black does in competition this year. Last week, unfortunately, a forfeit coming from University of Arkansas, but we're close to getting things ready as Hardrockers have just joined the lobby, and we're just about ready to go. So what are you looking for from them tonight as they get ready and everything's just kind of starting underway here?
As the season has started, decided to play more games. I know that Adam and Coffee have been grinding a little bit more. So I'm excited to see better play.
Good to hear. Well, looks like teams are getting ready, and it should be good to go here in 3, 2, and 1. And we're now underway. First game of the season, WCU. That first team, again, this is their first series to play, so going to be very interesting to see how things go. As we just finalize getting things set up here, but right now WCU looking to have early possession. It's a pass from Coffee to Adam. Oh my goodness, it's been a while since I've casted with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
But nice clear from Noe, fielding that high shot pretty easily.
We're just looking for good communication between the boys. No triple commits like that.
Oh, an amazing save from Coffee, and then Noe. I thought that was surely in. I mean, definitely counting their blessings there, but they're trying to find some pressure now with the counterattack.
It's all about the communication.
And we see it right there, Noe to Adam, and it's just the knowledge of how these three play together from the past year of competition, like I said, that really sets them apart and allows them to just have as great success as they do.
Something that I've realized with playing with Adam and Noe, passing plays are the way to go to beat high-level players.
Absolutely. And today we do have a little bit of a different setup too, having that boost meter and whatnot on screen, just making things look a little cleaner and more like a professional stream, right?
Yeah, professional.
Oh, always.
Play good.
Look good, feel good, play good, right? Yeah, WCU off to that early lead, seeing if they can try and hold it and generate some more offense. Adam throwing it towards the net, and Noe now following up. Coffee staying back is at third, as he typically does. But a wonderful passing play from Hardrock is just too much for Coffee to handle.
Not close. Tipped it.
Just not quite enough, and not quite the direction he wanted either. Putting it into your own goal there it just never feels good.
Yeah, it's a tough play to read. Go for the guess. Almost get it. Not enough.
But 3:35 left here in Game 1 in this best-of-5 series. Was that Noe who whiffed? That's not something... No, that wasn't Noe. That was Coffee. Okay, I was going to say, if it was a Noe whiff, that's not something you normally see. He's typically the one who's making those consistent plays on the ball every game, but for now, he's just trying to find the momentum and see how he can read the other teams. One of those moments of sit back and see what the other players do and get a feel for how they play so you can capitalize on their errors.
Every game's a new game. Doesn't matter the opponent.
And that's something that I do think that esports really has that some other sports maybe don't have quite as much, is how quickly you have to have that mental reset and turnaround to be able to just constantly go in, and no matter where you're at in each individual game in the series, having that mental reset and having that just mental fortitude to push through and win. Right now, WCU keeping up the offensive pressure, though, something that we haven't quite seen yet this game, but when they did have it at the start, it obviously resulted in a goal.
You do keep that second man smart, not overcommit. That's how they let up that goal, a bit of an overcommit. Not the best play out of Noe, resulting in a 2v1.
Now it's going to be a nice little field from WCU. Playing it to the back wall. Almost a double commit there, but obvious that the communications are rolling strong tonight. Noe calling Adam off. And the control from WCU tonight is looking really solid too. I did see some errors during activation week where they were just throwing the ball away and led to some closer series than we maybe would have liked to see.
Need to control the ball, control the boost.
Now, once again in the offensive half, but what seems to be the case frequently with these three is low on boost. They're able to quickly get it, but a nice redirect there towards the net, but handled wonderfully by the WCU defense. But now it's sitting high and pretty for Hardrock to maybe capitalize on, but Trees wasn't quite ready for it. Didn't put in the pressure that I maybe thought they would have.
That's something I've harped to the boys is the boost control. There's way too many times that they are all three below 20 boost.
And here we go, the final minute in this first game of the series, seeing if they can't capitalize and find a way to not go into overtime. I know that they had quite a few instances of overtime. If memory serves, wonderful save from Noe off the crossbar. Now he's going to start to lead the attack here for WCU, but Jado up to the challenge, stopping that threat right away.
Second man needs to stay in support of the first guy.
Oh, but a pass. And there's the team play that I know from these three. You see Noe getting the nice assist there, but that wouldn't have happened without Coffee going in and bumping Hambungus. What a name, too, Hambungus, but knocking him off of that goal line. And that puts WCU up 2-1 with 30 seconds left, but game doesn't stop until the ball hits the ground.
31 seconds, plenty of time.
It's either a way to extend your lead or have it just fully shut down. Once again, that low boost coming into effect there as Noe and Coffee both just running out and having to fully retreat for a second to be able to get the momentum back on their side. But now Noe looking for something off of the back wall. Coffee almost getting there, but Hambungus up to the challenge defensively, clearing it, and Hardrock now with a counterattack, but a massive save on the goal line from Noe. And as the ball touches, Western will win game 1 in this series.
Those are the situations that I've been trying to harp on the boys. Not overcommit that second guy. You don't need a goal. You need to keep two back.
Well, I guess we'll just take a step away here as I forgot to set up a couple things between the matches, but we'll take a step away and we'll be right back in just a moment as we get into game 2 in this series. All right, well, coming back now as we're waiting for game two, waiting for someone to join in the match, which just happened now. What do you want to see from your team this next game as we're just about to hop into it?
That smart positioning from the second man. The one goal that they allowed came from a bit of an overcommit from the second man, resulting in a 2v1 that is just impossible to save.
Yeah, and it's not always what you want to see, but sometimes it does end up working out in your favor, like it did, fortunately, for us in that game. But now we are, game two. As always, it's a best-of-5 series, but right now, Hardrockers putting on the pressure early against WCU, and once again, that boost management coming into effect here as Hardrocker just about full, and WCU almost none.
All zero.
Almost all zero, but Coffee now getting back, getting some, and Noe's starting on that track as well. But the Hardrocker offense is really solid, and I would almost say they forced that defensive breakdown from WCU just by continuing the pressure and just waiting for that gap to open up. But speaking of an open gap, Adam clears it off of Coffee, who was up, looking for the pass, just not able to connect.
It looked like it was probably covered out by the defender anyway.
But that is all right, as now WCU once again on the counterattack, and that's where it looks like they're really succeeding tonight, is that counterattack, as they just keep finding ways to put balls towards the net. It was definitely a phantom from Noe, but just that was a weird, I think it was a misflip from Hambungus there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to bet that was a bit of a misflip, just accidentally fat fingering the jump button.
You don't expect Noe to miss a ball there.
No, you definitely don't. And that's what I was saying earlier is Noe's been really consistent about just even getting a small touch just like that. But sometimes it goes into his own team. And now the pressure is once again in favor of Hardrockers, but Noe playing the defensive god that he is once again, getting that clear downfield, causing an offensive turn for the Mountaineers.
Still need to keep up the boost. Especially when you get the pressure into their end, you need to control all the big 4 boost pads.
I mean, right now, though, it's looking like WCU is doing more than controlling the boost pads. They're controlling the flow of the game, allowing that physicality to come out, but still playing with a pace that's comfortable for them, not forcing it to be too fast or too slow, sticking with what they know and what's working. As we see Coffee up, just slams it off of the backboard, though. Soft touch from Adam. And there's the finish from Coffee. The 1-2 from the Hockey Boys. Love to see it.
It's just beating the one defender, beating the second defender. Nobody's there to be in that.
And sometimes it's those small touches, and that's all it takes. And right now, it's working in WCU's favor. They're getting all of those small touches and those small plays that are just setting them apart from this Hardrocker defense. And Noe, once again, just playing back, playing smart, continuing up in the air despite the ability to have landed there, just making sure he gets a touch and lets his team recover for a second.
I was able to get 2 touches on the ball.
That's one thing that I really think that some people might not quite think of when it comes to hockey players in Rocket League, is their ability to see the game, have that game sense just from a different area that they're really experienced with, knowing just kind of how plays progress and develop, and that allows them to just have a better read on the ball sometimes.
Most people think Rocket League is like soccer, but it's a lot more like hockey.
Well, I would say it's more like a combination of hockey with like Mario Strikers, because you can just blow people up here, but that's a personal opinion, I guess.
The strategies are much more like
Yeah.
the fluidity of hockey. You don't have the set in stone positions.
Yeah, but you do have the physicality, as we see Coffee get 2 demos there to allow an offensive opportunity for the Mountaineers, and he'll go up to try and finish it himself. But something that I've seen from Coffee all too often is that whiff in what should have been a staple shot for him to be able to hit. Little worrisome there for the Mountaineer defense, but they were able to clear it and get it out, just at least slowing it down for the moment to get some pressure back. But Trees now with a shot off of the post, just staying out.
Need to reset. Boys are looking a little frazzled.
But that's the thing where this game makes it very interesting is if you get caught being too frazzled for too long, that's where errors start to happen. And that's where things can really go in your favor at a given notice, just like that.
Counterattacks.
You can see Coffee just getting a couple of small bumps there, allowing Adam to have the full range to shoot. I mean, sometimes you just got to have a lucky bounce or two, and unfortunately there for the Hardrockers, it just wasn't a lucky bounce. It was the unlucky version of that.
It'd be good to be lucky and lucky to be good.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Noe gets past 2 trees, now looking to collect for Hardrockers to start something up here in the dying seconds of this game 2. If you're the Hardrockers here, Estefan, what are you thinking to try and get yourselves back in it? Because it's a best-of-5 series. They win game 3, and the game continues. So what are you thinking here? What are you telling your teammates? How are you getting them back in it to stay up?
You've seen that they can make mistakes, and they are low on boost. So you just need to pepper the net with shots. Continue to bring out the boost, and make awkward situations where mistakes come out.
But speaking of a great play from Hardrockers, but Coffee with a huge defensive recovery clears it off the ceiling. Western will let it touch, and that will do it for game 2. WCU winning that one 3-0.
An even game from all the boys.
And it looks like we're ready to get back into this one pretty quickly, but WCU here, if you're talking to your team here, Estefan, what are you saying to them to make sure they keep the mentality and keep the momentum up going into game 3?
You just need to keep the third guy safe and keep the second guy a little bit farther back now that you have the 2-0 lead. Again, at the end of that game, we pushed 3 guys, and unlucky that Hardrocker wasn't able to score. But those are situations you can't find yourself in if you want to be successful.
Well, yeah, as we start game 3 here, WCU with quick pressure. Hambungus gets a big clear. But WCU, as always, making sure they keep the pressure up. Noe up now, gets a touch. Big save from Hambungus. And yet another miss from Coffee. Not what you want to see from the Mountaineer offense. But the pressure's still up, even with low boost.
Passing from Hardrocker almost results in a quality chance.
But the pace now is slowing down a lot more than maybe what the Mountaineers wanted. And a little bit tight in the corner there as it's Noe and Coffee playing together. Was that a wall dash that I just saw from Hambungus too?
Skillful. GC2, GC1.
I mean, yeah, those higher level lobbies, you're going to see a lot more of the technical side of the game, but sometimes it's the simple smack it and or throw spaghetti at a wall and hope it sticks that ends up putting balls in the back of the net.
That's what I do. I'm not very mechanical. It's about seeing the game mentally.
Finding ways to keep yourself in it, keep your team in it, no matter what the score is. And an unfortunate miss there for Jado. Probably the best opportunity so far in this game 3.
Another double commit in the corner. It's the one spot you never want to double commit is in the opponent's corner.
And nice clear from Trees off of the back wall. Gets it down forward more. Adam forced to take a turn and a touch that he maybe didn't want to. Just throwing away possession. But now, I mean, it's just back in the western corner. But the aggression coming out now from the Mountaineers. I mean, the physical game, I think, is what's really helping the Mountaineers right now. Making sure they get the bumps and the demos when necessary, and even then, when it's not.
One of the best ways to relieve pressure is demo. Defense and offense, it's one of the best things to do.
And yet another unfortunate miss from Jado. So WCU able to get a counterattack here. Adam gets a demo again, but it's going to be collected by Hardrockers. Now the pressure's on the Mountaineers to get back, defend this, and play smart. Noe going to just do it all himself with no boost for a second, allowing his teammates to come upfield and attack with them. It's Coffee now with Adam fully in the middle, but Trees gets a great clear. 2 minutes left on the clock. I mean, someone's got to break the ice here and get that first goal.
Right now, it doesn't need to be Western. You got the series lead. You just need to play simple, hit the ball properly. Hardrocker's got to chase if they want the series to continue. So they're going to be open to more mistakes.
Almost one there as they looked for the pass, and Coffee just a little slow. Couldn't quite get the beat. Adam now looking for Noe once again. Doesn't quite connect. But it's Coffee now to Adam with a soft shot. And collected again by Trees and Jado. They're looking to be really strong for the Hardrockers at the moment. And it's really saving them in this game.
The Western offense is coming. They're getting good chances, but they just need to settle down in the last seconds and finish.
Yeah, as we near the final minute here, it's going to be a great chance for WCU. Bigger save from Jado. I mean, the defense coming out from Hardrockers, I've said it so many times already, but I have to say it again. It is just immaculate. They are doing so well. A massive chance for the Hardrockers varsity team here, but they just didn't get the finish.
Just overcommit. End up with nobody there to see the empty net goal.
And I wonder right now if it's a difference of experience in this league. As Noe gets a chance, it's up for Adam, who hits the crossbar. And a big double commit from WCU leaves the net open, but Adam gets a small touch to slow it down. Just enough for his team to get back. And almost a forced own goal, but it will go in. Hambungus finding the back of the net to break the ice here. 30 seconds left. I mean, that was just a lot of cluster from WCU and not a lot of reactions that could really help out.
Just needed one clear, concise touch on the ball. Nobody was able to hit it. Still got 20 seconds left.
But I think that one might just about put it away unless WCU can get a quick kickoff goal. 2 goals in 19 seconds is never an easy task.
Nope, this one is probably over. Going for the aggressive kickoff strategy doesn't pay off.
Unfortunate for the Mountaineers here, but they still do have a 1-game lead at this point. I mean, 2 games for the moment, but Hardrockers now coming alive. Their attacks really connecting. And it might be a third here for them as they do connect once again. Back of the net, 3 goals, 8 seconds. Game 3 is going to be over. Even with 2 kickoff goals, I don't think you can quite get a third here.
This one is over.
So WCU will fall. Now it's just a matter of mentality. Can they get one just to close the gap at least and make it less of a mental task for them in game 4, which they do.
Start building momentum for next game.
That's absolutely right. Just get something to build upon so that 1 goal, if that's how we can end it and the game just dies there, that's a great way to finish for the Mountaineers, losing in this 3rd game. Hardrockers, though, looking to try and get another one just to prove a point, but they won't. Winner will be Hardrock JV. Or not JV, my apologies, Varsity in game 3. So we head to game 4. Now the Mountaineers obviously falling in that one. Maybe playing it a little too safe. Playing a little, not necessarily cocky, but just overconfident for a minute there.
If you are going to play safe, in defense, you need the touches. If you miss the touches in the defensive end, that's when the trouble starts.
Well, we'll see what WCU does to recover here as we get ready. Game 4 in this series.
If I could talk to the boys, I would say your F1 really needs to go hard, force mistakes, and have your second guy ready to counter.
But a big demo from Coffee and almost an open net for Adam to get to, but a great clear from Hardrockers will keep this game tied at 0. But with just about 30 seconds played, WCU putting on this offensive pressure early is a good thing. It's what you want to see for them to be able to get another lead in the series. Almost a double tap from Trees. WCU definitely had their lucky rabbit's feet on there as that bounces off of the corner of the post.
got so lucky not to result in anything worse than that.
I mean, you got to take the bounces where they come. So WCU needing to recover here. A redirect towards the Hardrocker goal, but played expertly on defense. Noe just going to go up in the air, goes for a block, but doesn't get low enough. Adam and Coffee working as a tandem once again to try and keep this offense alive for WCU.
Western is making the chances. They just need to finish the easy shots that come their way after all the hard work.
Absolutely. And Noe looking for these team plays right now. Just Hardrockers getting in the way of everything that the Mountaineers can find. And it looks like the speed of the game from WCU is still very slow, almost as if they're still reeling from Game 4. They need to find a way to get out of their own heads here and just play the game that they know how to play.
Just need to spread out and keep the communication up.
Comms definitely seem to be a little bit lackluster right now, as there are a lot of double commits and a lot of just zero commits at the same time. Adam with a big save, but knocking Noe to the side is going to actually work out well for the Mountaineers in that moment. And Adam once again going for that physical game, gets yet another demo.
Gotta have trust in each other to call what they're going for and to trust that they can hit it.
Now it's going to be a shot collected by Trees off of the crossbar, played down, cleared away by Noe. Now a shot from Jado will find the back of the net. Hardrockers go up 1-0 again, but this time in the first half of the game. So the Mountaineers still have a decent amount of time to come back and tie it up. But a mislook from Coffee there results in the goal.
There's no boost for a while. Boost started, and then the side flip is unfortunate.
The boost is once again playing a massive factor for the Mountaineers. Something that was pretty common last year and seems to be once again a pattern.
Western just needs to capitalize on the chances that they are able to create.
And now we see Coffee and Adam with relatively high boost from what we've seen from them so far tonight. But a play over to Hambungus, who just picks up that full pad on the side, is going to almost be a detriment as WCU with a double commit gets a shot towards net. Now Noe's going to collect it off the side, play it back. Looks like Coffee going to be coming in, but taking it slow and smart. Not going up for that, not trying to overextend and put his team in a bad position.
That's what it's really about, being able to get more than what you give.
And Coffee looking to try and give an assist here, but isn't able to get it quite far enough for Noe to find a connection. WCU down 1-0 still, a minute 30 left on the clock. They need to find something here to tie this game and try and put it away. Hardrockers looking to try and keep this series tonight alive. And a big bump from Adam there will at least relieve a little bit of offensive pressure for a time. He goes for another. Adam deciding to be the enforcer that WCU maybe needs right now to keep them alive in this game. I mean, that's the cut and dry way to say that for sure.
They just need good clears. Right now they're not being able to clear the ball and they're getting trapped.
But a tic-tac-toe play coming from the Hardrockers. A miss-hit from one of the Hardrockers' defense. Well, and a misflip, but Coffee hits it off of the crossbar. The best chance WCU has had in probably about 6 minutes to score, and they just can't connect on it. Hardrockers can't connect on that one either, and again off of that corner. WCU is being given so many bones right now. They just need to find one that they can take and put away.
Those are the chances that you need to score if you want to be a top team.
And they very much so have the capacity to be one of the greatest teams that WCU has had to date. It's just a matter of can they find a way to get over this small slump that they're finding themselves in. Final 10 seconds, WCU needing a big goal here. But within their defensive half and just being touched straight down, they have to get something off of the wall and into the air here. Adam going to be going up, gets it off the ceiling. Low boost, though. Almost finds Noe, but it will touch down. Game 4 will go in favor of the Hardrockers. 1-0. And now we're going to Game 5.
Right now, Western aren't supporting each other. It feels like they are all disconnected, and there's no support from their second guy.
All sense of rotation from this team has just gone out the window. The communication isn't quite connecting, or isn't really there, it seems like, as we're seeing a lot of double commits and a lot of just even teams like self-team or self-bumps on this team. Rotation cuts are becoming a major factor, as we saw happen with Noe and Adam quite a bit that game.
That's something Noe does love to do. He does love to cut his rotations. But as his teammates, you got to know that he might do that and be ready to support him and keep your positioning smart.
But here we go. Game 5 in this best of 5 series. Winner here will take it and either extend their lead or bring it to a tied series overall score of 1-1. Only week 2 of NECC play, but that's got to be in. Coffee with a big, I guess, challenge would be the best term there.
It's just a good 50. I was going to say Western has been starting off every game hot, but if they need a goal in the early minutes with the pressure that they get.
And they've gotten it so far, and so far this series too. Actually, I'm not going to finish that sentence because that's what we call a commentator's curse. So we're going to not do that. And Hardrocker's looking to try and put more pressure on WCU once again, and it looks like it's working from what they've been doing so far the past 2 games, keeping the attack high, keeping the pressure high, and making sure they get whatever touches they can. But WCU, these counters are working out. They just need to find ways to connect. Trees goes for a back pass, plays it super high, and WCU is going to have to just recollect themselves as 2 go up and neither finds the touch. Almost a great shot from Adam, not quite able to get the angle that he needed to find the back of the net. Coffee putting pressure on. And the rotations now from WCU are starting to come back into play, and the team cohesion is once again there. A big pump from Coffee will put the Mountaineers up by 2 quickly in this Game 5.
This is exactly the start you needed.
Well, especially after games 3 and 4 being just so disconnected from one another, having that team cohesion to do things exactly how they're playing out right now. 2-goal lead, you can't get too comfortable. It is the most dangerous lead to have.
You got to keep doing what you're doing. Keep the double commits out low.
And keep the saving high as Noe clears that one from off of the goal line. And Coffee off of the backboard going to be collecting and playing out. Finding Adam.
We need to make every single touch count.
Find the correct space. Play with patience, confidence, and be ready for the chances when they come, as that's 2 off of the crossbar for the Mountaineers. And an open net now. Back touch from Adam, though he definitely wasn't expecting to have that happen.
They don't need a goal, so what they really need to do is keep the pressure up. The best defense is a good offense.
Playing a possession-based offense here is going to be crucial for the Mountaineers. Not throwing away any touches, not throwing away possession, and making sure that at the end of the day, you stay on top and you force the Hardrockers to make mistakes defensively. If there's the chance to score, you can take it, but don't try and force it.
Don't overcommit in the offensive zone.
Absolutely. And Trees with a great defensive touch there. It's going to be Coffee trying to just stall for the Mountaineers. Just missing the touch, but Adam going to be playing back slightly off for his aerial, and it's just towards a free net. And that's what we're talking about by not overcommitting and not making the basic errors. You can see Adam just getting a slight mistouch, and all it takes is one person ready, which Hambungus was. And now the game is back within 1, 2:17 left.
In those situations, you have either the try and control touch or the boom it away touch.
And a great clear once again from the Hardrockers, making sure that the Mountaineers know it's not going to be easy to find the back of the net again.
And now you only have a 1-goal lead. Those can start even more dangerous.
The 2-goal lead is what allows teams to get the momentum to extend it the other way, which is why it's one of the most dangerous leads in any sport. But right now it's proving to be a fate that the Mountaineers can't avoid, as the Hardrockers have found their momentum and are sticking with it, taking the offense back into the Mountaineer half. But a chance here for Adam, and he's going to play the smart, easy goal, re-extending that Mountaineer lead to 2. 1:30 left on the clock.
Double commit at Jado and Hambungus. This is why getting that early lead is so influential. They need a goal, they overcommit, free goal back for Western.
And WCU with a great chance now to keep going. They have to find a way to not let the Hardrockers score right off the kickoff here. And they keep it as Adam gets possession, clears downfield a little bit. Coffee just going to play the defensive game, and Noe rotating back in time to get a good clear. It's up to Adam, who looks to go for a block. Can't quite get the dunk, though. And the Mountaineers are finding the pressure that they need to and keeping it to where the Hardrockers are with no time and no ability to control.
In this situation, Western, to see it out, just needs to play boom ball. Do not control it. Just boom it away if you have the chance.
Clearing it to the corners as well, one of the best decisions you can make from a defensive perspective. And we see that coming out from the Mountaineers fully at the moment, playing it along the sides as close to the corner as they can, because it's such a hard angle to hit that corner shot in. A weird flick from Jado, though, almost setting the Hardrockers up, collected by Noe. And the Mountaineers get a good clear, sub 1 minute, 20 seconds left in this game. 2-goal lead. Mountaineers have to just keep a good clear. And if we hit, I would say 10 seconds, which we do, I would say it's almost a guarantee that the Mountaineers will win this one. 5 seconds left with possession on the goal line. WCU will win this series, the first series of their semester, but they will end up taking it 3-2. They could have put it away in 4, but they didn't quite, or they could have put it away in 3 and in 4, but they had to add the flair. Game is over in 5. WCU winning that one 3-1.
Bit too close for comfort. Started off hot, but it doesn't matter until game 3 is over.
And right now game 5 is over, and that will do it for now for the Mountaineers, as we now have a pretty long wait between